Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. Today we have another tier list video. I'm officially turning Tuesdays to tier list Tuesdays, so every Tuesday you can expect a new tier list video from me here on the channel. This week we're going to be ranking the Super Mario 3D games. This is going to be a tough one because I'm not going to lie, Nintendo, you haven't made a single 3D Mario game that I have any complaints about. Everything you've done is impeccable. I'm in love with it. So it's going to be interesting to rank these, honestly, and I'd love to know what you guys think of these 3D Mario games and how you would rank them down in the comment section below. Also, if you want to vote for what you think I should do next week for next week's Tuesday's tier list video, because there's a lot of ideas and I want to do the ones that you guys want to see specifically. So without further ado, we're just going to jump straight into this video. But before we do that, I have one thing that I need to do real quick. You know, it'd be a little disrespectful not to honor your boy Mario and repping him by wearing, you know, his very own Tanuki cap. So I'm gonna be wearing this, and you know, we got our support for Mario right here. We got the Tanuki ears. You know, I saw this at GameStop earlier and I was like, this is a must buy. It's one of those idiotic purchases, but it'll be worth it. You know, I can write it off. I'll be able to use it for videos and whatnot. Anyways, without further ado, let's actually jump straight into this video. Okay, so I'm gonna be starting out with the one that came out first, and that of course is gonna be Super Mario 64. This game was released back in 1996 on the Nintendo 64, and I'm not gonna lie, this is one of Nintendo's greatest games ever. The fact that up until today, people still speedrun this game. It came out recently last year on Mario's 35th anniversary for Super Mario 3D All-Stars. It's one of the Nintendo games that had a remake done for it. And on top of that, I mean, it's actually one of Nintendo's greatest classics until today. And for me, it holds so much nostalgia. Super Mario 64, obviously this bad boy gets nothing less than the S rank. This is one of the greatest Mario games to ever come out, to ever exist on the face of planet Earth. So it'd be insulting to give it anything less than an S rank. And as you can see here, I didn't put F rank at all on this tier list. I felt like it would be such an insult to even put that tier as a potential tier for this video, because like I said, none of the 3D Nintendo Mario games have anything wrong with them. I mean, you can nitpick if you really wanted to, but they're all great games. Literally some of the best games, if not the best games on planet Earth today. So moving on. We have, I believe it's going to be, what was it? It was Super Mario Sunshine, which came out in 2002 on the Nintendo GameCube. Wait, let me verify this. Yes, it came out in 2002 on the Nintendo GameCube. I was indeed correct. Now, this game, I actually only recently played it for the first time, like 6-7 years ago. And I thought it was a fantastic game. The whole concept of FLUDD was really awesome, and I loved how they had Delfino Plaza and all of the levels based around this island. And it was really interesting, the story plot at least, you know, Bowser Jr. looking for a mama. You know, I thought the whole storyline was really innocent, and the game was actually quite challenging in comparison to Super Mario 64, and I still think till today it's one of the more so challenging 3D Mario games. But nonetheless, it's one of Nintendo's greatest, and it's an impeccable game. And if you haven't played it and you'd love to play it and you have a Nintendo Switch, download Nintendo 3D All-Stars, Super Mario 3D All-Stars rather, and you can play this game. As well as Super Mario 64 as well, because they're both on Nintendo 3D All-Stars. So I'm gonna go ahead and rank this bad boy. Oh yeah, you guessed it. We're gonna rank it. We're gonna rank it with Super Mario 64 in the S rank, because again, this deserves nothing less than the S rank. So moving on, we have Super Mario 64 DS. This game is the remake of Super Mario 64, which came out on Nintendo DS back in 2004. And as a little kid, I was 11 years old. It was the only thing that I wanted. I wanted nothing more than to have Super Mario 64 DS inside of my Nintendo DS. The amount of excitement that I had when this game first came out was incomparable to virtually anything that I could remember afterwards. Super Mario 64 DS was literally my dream when I was an 11-year-old kid and I had a Nintendo DS with me. It was like one of the peak Nintendo DS games to ever come out, and it was remade with 30 new stars and 3 new playable characters. And then you had obviously the touchscreen map always available for you at the bottom. You can play the game with your stylus, which I don't know anybody who's done so, who's played Super Mario 64 DS with their stylus, but the fact that they gave you that option was pretty nice nonetheless. So for me, considering it is a handheld game and it was on Nintendo DS back in 2004, it was such a good game for its time. You know, I'm gonna have to rank this bad boy with its grandfather. We're gonna put it in the S rank. You know, it deserves nothing less. I'm sorry, man. Anyone who says otherwise, they're just fooling themselves. Moving on, we have Super Mario Galaxy. Now, this was the pinnacle of Wii gaming. Oh my gosh, Super Mario Galaxy. I had so much fun playing. I even did a Let's Play on it and I had a great time playing the game. The game was just so beautiful. The soundtrack on it was mesmerizing to my ears. And it was something completely out of this world, literally. And it was one of those games that I felt like Nintendo could never top. But obviously Nintendo did, because a sequel came out to it. It's Nintendo's Wii's greatest game, for sure. This game, Super Mario Galaxy, is a 10 out of 10 in my books, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw this bad boy with everyone else here in the S rank. Wow, I told you guys this is gonna be a tough video. Alright, moving on. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Now, if you thought Galaxy 1 was all that and that it couldn't be topped, you're definitely wrong. Galaxy 2 is proof of that. Galaxy 2, in my humble opinion, is the more superior Galaxy game. I prefer Galaxy 2 over Galaxy 1 for just a few different reasons. I mean, Yoshi's one of them. You get to play with Yoshi in that game. So Galaxy 2, of course, I'm going to have to rank it with everything else here in the S rank. Now, for those of you wondering if I'm going to finish my Galaxy 2 Let's Play, I'll most likely end up just redoing the whole project and then 100%ing it this time, because I do feel a little bit bad that I haven't completed it yet. And you know, I know some of you guys have been wanting to see it, so I'm gonna do it for the fans. I'm gonna do it for all the Galaxy fans out there, because you deserve it. Now, moving on. We have Super Mario 3D Land. This game came out on Nintendo DS and it was such a good game. I remember watching the trailer for this game back in 2011, early 2011, and I didn't know what the game was about. I honestly was expecting something like Super Mario 64 or Super Mario Galaxy, where you had like kind of an open world and you had to travel about it and, you know, collect whatever you were collecting. But this game was proof of concept that Nintendo could make a very linear based game where you follow like this one kind of path but still have so much fun. It was world based, so it was like new Super Mario Bros games, but at the same time every single level was so unique and it was so action packed, especially it being 3D, and then playing it on a 3DS in 3D was just something out of this world. I remember I was absolutely shocked. I was like, how am I playing this game in 3D? Like, it still shocks me till today. Like, when I play this game on my 3DS in 3D, I'm like, bro, this is Nintendo's pinnacle peak of technology at this point. But it's so underrated. People don't appreciate it. People don't really take advantage of it. And I feel like a lot of people say, oh, well, I get headaches playing it on 3D, but it's still one of the greatest 3DS games there was. And the fact that it had like a similar game to it, I wouldn't say it's a direct sequel. Maybe it's a sequel. People consider it a sequel. I like to consider the game that came after it a sequel, but you know, some people might not, considering that it's on 2 different consoles. But still, it's one of Nintendo's greatest 3DS games and one of Nintendo's greatest games. So I'm gonna go ahead and rank this bad boy with everybody else here in the S rank, because I'm not leaving him behind. No one shall be left behind today. No one will be deprived of goodness today. Moving on, we got Super Mario 3D World. This game came out in 2012, or actually 2013. I remember it came out in the wintertime of 2013 on Nintendo Wii U. I remember when the Wii U came out in 2012. It came out with alongside New Super Mario Bros. U and Nintendo Land and all those other types of games. New Super Mario Bros. U was essentially the pinnacle of Mario Wii U gaming at the time, but the year after, Nintendo redeemed themselves with the release releasing Super Mario 3D World. And as I mentioned before, maybe you didn't watch the update video that I made on Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. It's one of the greatest games of all time in my books. And I'm really excited for the upcoming re-release of this game and to check out Bowser's Fury mode to see what that's all about. So I'm gonna go ahead and have to rank this bad boy with everyone else, of course, and the S rank, because this game, of course, deserves nothing less than that. Now, last but not least, Super Mario Odyssey, the game that came out in 2017. This game blew our minds away. It was the first Nintendo Switch game, Mario 3D Nintendo Switch game to come out on Nintendo Switch. And obviously, when we saw the trailer, we had no idea what we were watching. We were like, wait, spacecraft, is it Galaxy 3? You got some new worlds, different planets. It was actually anything but that. Somehow Nintendo managed to top everything that they did in a different way. They gave you a companion that allowed you to transform into anything in that game that you possessed, essentially. They gave you an awesome ship called the Space Odyssey that allowed you to travel about from one kingdom to the next. They gave you 16 unique, amazing kingdoms, and they made the vastness of each kingdom and the beauty of it, and then they put within each kingdom all of these power moons that you had to go and find, and some were obviously just in open spots where you could just see them and run to them. Some were hidden, you know, in secret spots where you had to use motion control, or where you had to use your Wii vibration controls in order to dig them out and find them. It was truly the best Nintendo Switch experience that I've had playing with a Mario game. I mean, obviously Breath of the Wild is my favorite game on Nintendo Switch and my favorite game of all time, but still, if I had to pick a second, it would be Super Mario Odyssey for sure. So Super Mario Odyssey, just like the rest of the squad, is not going to be deprived of any goodness. It's going to go ahead and be placed as well in the S rank. Now there you have it, everybody. Everything here got an S rank vote. I mean, like I said, it was going to be a hard one to do, considering that all of these games are great in their own way, and Nintendo did not fail us with their 3D Mario series. So I want to do eventually at some point in time a more comprehensive video ranking them by order, because obviously, you know, they're all S tier, but at the same time, they're not really ranked specifically from 8 to 1. So I want to do that at some point in time, maybe in a month or two. I don't really know, but eventually this comprehensive video will come out. But nonetheless, there you have it. That is this week's Tier List Tuesday video for you guys. Let me know what your tier list looks like for the Super Mario 3D games down in the comment section below. And let me know what you think I should do next week for Tier List Tuesday. And whatever is most suggested, I will definitely go ahead and do. But nonetheless, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.